they made some recommendations that they said on principle should in the long term perhaps give us some relief from food price inflation. And the big one was encouraging increased competition in the Canadian industry.
Canada's Competition Bureau finds the grocery market is far too narrow, with just a few major players in Canada controlling the industry. A report from the Bureau says Canada needs to either do a better job of supporting small independent grocers or be prepared to welcome international competition.
Definitely the name brands and the giant brands always dominate it, but I think there's still room for some small stores. They've got good stuff there, so.
I do believe more competition, the price will go down. I don't know, like computers, or when they've been out a while and there was a lot of competition, they'd undercut each other and they could bring the price down. I personally think that's a great idea.
I think there's quite a few choices that we have here in Canada, in Ottawa in particular. We have organic places, we have big stores, we have the smaller ones. I think there's a lot of choices.
Few shoppers in Ottawa admitted to regularly visiting a grocery store not owned by one of Canada's big three grocery corporations, though many expressed frustration at the state of their grocery bills.
They're insane. They've gone up a lot, and sometimes it's kind of hard to plan around my groceries.
People can't afford groceries because the rents are super high. Some people, it's either pay the rent or eat food, you know?
The Competition Bureau's report specifically didn't look at inflation or alleged price gouging and says it could have gotten more information from grocery corporations, but it identifies some things that could be done to help affordability, like standardizing price transparency for shoppers and removing barriers for international grocery chains. But food economist Michael von Massow says nothing is a guarantee.
Just like we do outreach for trade, talk to some of these companies and say, what can we do? If it requires subsidies, we would want there's some concern that we would do that. We might create some jobs, but we wouldn't necessarily reduce prices. So we'd only want to do that with some certainty that there would be price reductions from increased competition. And it's not obvious to me that would happen.
In a statement to CityNews, the Office of Industry Minister François-Philippe Champagne says the Competition Bureau's work is a good first step, and it will review the recommendations to see how it can make life more affordable for Canadians. In Ottawa, Xiaoli Li, City News.